So you want to buy multifamily real estate, an apartment. That's great, but how do you actually go about buying the property? There are 4 ways that you can acquire multifamily real estate, and in this video, I'm going to be walking through each one of that 4. So make sure you hit the subscribe button right now so you don't miss more videos about building wealth through multifamily real estate. I'm Seth Ferguson. Let's get right into it and talk about the 4 ways to buy multifamily. The first way you can buy your apartment building, your piece of multifamily real estate, is probably the most self-explanatory one of the 4. Number 1, you can buy it yourself. So if you have the track record, so if you have the experience where a lender will actually give you their money to leverage the property, if you have the team in terms of the broker network, property management network, everybody involved, your lawyer, all that stuff. If you have the team built, if you have the track record, if you have the time to actually work on the business, on the property full time, then this is a great option because you can acquire the asset. Let's say you need 10 million bucks to acquire the property, and you've got the 10 million bucks that you need, and you've got the time, the track record, the team, all that stuff. Go ahead and acquire the property. You're the sole owner, you're the only decision maker, and you can basically run the show how you want it. So that's a great option. But the fact is, the majority of investors out there, whether big or small, most people aren't buying the deal themselves. The main reason why is if you actually work with other people, you can acquire larger assets and take advantage of the great economies of scale that come with scaling up in multifamily, which is one of the reasons why people love multifamily in the first place. So the second way that you can actually buy a multifamily property other than buying it yourself would be to what's called joint venture or enter in a partnership agreement. And what a joint venture is, it's where a number of people, it doesn't have to be 2 people, it can be 3, 4, 5 people, who all want to be active participants in the deal, get together, and they pool their resources. I'm going to put a link right up here to a video I did explaining about the real estate matrix. So the 4 key components of every single real estate deal. So when you're putting together your joint venture, each one of those components needs to be present or else the deal doesn't happen. Every single deal in the history of real estate had these 4 components. So a joint venture is great because you can actually leverage the strengths of other people. But the disadvantage is risk exposure. Everybody is active in the deal. So that means if you are the person bringing the money to the mix, signing on the loan, it doesn't matter that you're only bringing your money, you are on the hook. Your risk is unlimited. And that means if the deal goes belly up, the lender is coming after you, all your assets, all the other partners in the deal. It doesn't matter that you're just bringing the capital. You are an active partner. And this can be a disadvantage for a number of different reasons, as you can imagine. And that is where number 3 and number 4 come into play, because if you want to raise large amounts of money efficiently and effectively, or if you want to invest passively and not incur all of that risk, these are the structures that you want to use to acquire your multifamily real estate. So let's say number 3 right here. Number 3 is what's called syndication. And I'll put a link right up here to a video I did explaining syndication more in depth, right? This video, we're just talking about the 4. Watch that video and you'll get a full in-depth analysis of everything to do with syndication. And what syndication allows you to do is actually pool the resources, whether you're a passive investor, you want to be totally passive, or if you want to just raise the large amounts of money, it pools investor capital here in a limited risk environment. So their risk is not unlimited like with a joint venture. The risk is limited, and then that money is deployed in a deal that's run by a GP, a sponsor. It's interchangeable there. So basically the advantage with syndication is people with no real estate experience who want to get all the benefits of real estate, who can't acquire a property of that size or that class on their own, can actually participate in the deal, get all those benefits, and incur very little risk. The risk is limited in the deal, and then they've got somebody who's got the time, the track record, the team, all the experience actually running the deal for them. This is syndication, and this is a great model. This is a great structure to use to acquire multifamily real estate. And the 4th, last but not least, way to buy multifamily real estate is actually through a fund structure. So it's very similar to a syndication where you can pool the funds, the resources of the limited partnership. So all the passive investors, watch that video, and I'll put a link right up here to a video I did explaining the differences more in depth, syndication versus fund. This is just going to be a quick overview right here. So you've got all the passive investors who have their risk limited. They're going to be investing their capital with the fund sponsor. So we'll just say sponsor, the fund manager right here. And then the fund will actually go out. So a syndication will be done on a deal by deal basis. So it's just a single deal. With a fund, the fund will actually go out and acquire multiple properties. It has a life of its own. It will sell, it will buy, it will grow, it will shrink over the lifetime of the fund. Check out the video. I go way more in depth, but those are the 4 ways that you can actually buy, acquire multifamily real estate. Whether you want to be an active investor or a passive investor, there is an ideal structure for you in one of these 4. And if you're a multifamily beginner, if you want to do your first apartment deal, but you're not really sure how to get started and how to do it, I want to speak with you because I have a program that can help you get there. It's called Discover Multifamily, and it's designed to get you from point A, which is your starting point, ground zero, all the way to your first multifamily deal successfully completed. So go to callseth.com and book a call with me, and we'll chat and make sure it's the right fit for you. And if you like this video, if you like learning about the 4 ways that you can acquire multifamily real estate, hit the like button, really helps out the video and the channel, and make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and until next time, happy investing.